So hi and welcome everybody. My name's Kristy. I'm a hula hooper for about the last 8 years. I've been hooping just for fun and also started getting into it myself at the beginning for the fitness side of it. So I'm going to show you a few different hula hoops that have helped me um, recover from where I was in my past and where I am today. So very exciting for me. I want to really thank Brookie for inviting me to come in and guest speak here today and share what resonates with me and my inner healing and why and how it's helped me. Because we're friendly today, I'm not going to go right into detail about why I'm here and the recovery side of things. I'll go public on a live in the group just to explain the reasons behind and where I've come from. Otherwise, we are here for some fun. So I'm going to show you a few hoops to start with and just get you into the basics of hula hooping, because it's not all about just wasting around your hula hooping around your waist, just so that everybody's aware that there are other ways that you can use your hoop and not only get but just finding your own place. So I've used it for my own meditation for different reasons throughout the last 8 years. So I just wanted to share that with you. So of course everybody may have their own poly pipes now. They're nice and light. So if you've had one of these at home and you've tried to spin it around your waist, you might feel a little silly, especially for us adults. They're really, really tricky if you've tried that. So in saying that, I moved straight into a fitness hoop when I first started, and these are detachable, so these little bits come apart and you can take it with you everywhere. This one's about a kilo, just under a kilo in weight. I was making them after I transformed my life. I lost 22 kilos just by waist hooping. I have put on a bit more weight now because my little Reuben, he's 2, so for about the last 2 years I haven't been as active, but this is what we call a weighted fitness hoop. Now, as you can see with my shirt, as an instructor, I'm certified then to coach. Somebody made a comment about the guns of this one. It's massive. Hey, Brookie. And this is the fitness power hoop. It's weighted. It also comes apart and it's got the weights inside it. So this is what I love more than anything. And I just get inside this one and see the size is quite large, quite thick, and it's really heavy. So for wasting, it's really easy to keep momentum going. So while I'm inside this, I'm just going to get you all to grab your hula hoops and put them around your waist. I just want you, I'm sorry if you can't see me, I'm photos up the top, but I am recording this for you, Brookie. So placing it into the lower part of your back, a lot of people will circular their hoops because we're in a circular device, but that's just making it coil down, if you get that picture in your head. So instead, I'm moving backwards and forward, pulsing that hoop from your belly to your back. So when you're launching it, keeping it on a nice flat plane, shoulders are back, chest is up, launching with your right hand if you're right-handed, or cross left if you're left-handed. So launch it into the belly and then you're pushing backwards and forwards. So going backwards and forwards. So I'm just going to mute anybody. Hopeless. Is everyone going? So pushing backwards and forwards with that hoop, using that central core. So pushing forward, and you can bring it up into the solar plexus as well, and using that point. But I like to sort of rest it down and use that central core, tightening all of those inner muscles. So you can place one foot forward and push backwards and forwards. How's the kiddies going as well? They'll find this really, really easy. The only reason I'm demonstrating in the bigger hoop at the moment is so I can show you the movement that's needed to keep momentum going. So you can see I'm just pushing into my left leg because I'm spinning my hoop to the right, rocking backwards and forwards into that knee. Okay, catching that hoop. You can then change direction. So my right foot forward, I'm going to launch with my left and backwards and forwards. So they're the two weighted hoops. Keep practicing the waist hooping while I show you a friend of mine's design. It's called the Flexi Hoop. So a lot of band work can be done with this, and I'm just going to start getting into the fitness side of this one. But it's like, as I can describe it, an inner bike tube tire filled with water. So that's why it's called a Flexi Hoop. This one's quite challenging, but once it gets going, it's really good for cardio. That water is creating it to swing around. And it just, yeah, it's amazing. I'll get more into those ones later. That's just to show you the difference between.
We need to sit up our corners.
All right. I think, should have just our generic Polypro hoop. These you can get from Kmart. Some of the cheap shops have them. I'm up in Queensland. I'm not sure what's down Victoria Way, if they've got, what have they got, Priceline, just those kinds of little shops that, yeah, have these ones. So if you don't, let me know, because I can guide you into how to make one as well, which I posted the other day. So again, in the lower part of your back, nice flat plane, launching in, and because they're smaller, your forward and back motion is just going to be a little bit quicker. So with the power hoop, it was more like this. And with this one, it's quite fast, so backwards and forwards. Okay, but we're not going to do too much waist hooping. I just wanted everybody to see that it is quite challenging if you're at home and you've been trying to use the hoop around your waist. Today, we want to get a little bit magical with the hoop, okay, and do a few little tricks that you can take home, show some people. The kids can show that they're a little bit magic, and yeah, have a bit of a play with it. So I'm just going to show you the routine. Sorry if I'm coming in and out there. So I've just got my water handy. Make sure you've got water. I'm out in the sun, so I thought I'd soak up some nice sun rays while I'm doing it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you how to do. This is called a barn door, letting it rest. So don't copy yet. I'm just going to show you what we're doing. So we're coming down into this position, my legs inside the hoop. We're going to launch it across our belly, flipping it over. That's called the barn door. Then we're going to pass it behind our body, reaching up nice and high, twisting it around. Now this one's called, I'm not sure if you can quite see all the way up the top. It looks quite nice anyway once you see yourself in the mirror. So a nice big rainbow and twist at the top. Okay, stopping across your body. Barn door again, fling it around. Isolation around your body, coming to the front. And then I'm going to show you how to do the magical isolation, swing it down over your body and finish in your pose at the end. Okay, how are we feeling? Just having a look through. Awesome, cool guys. All right, kiddies and parents, if you've got your own hula hoop, I want to see everybody doing this with me now. So to start with, bring your hoop up nice and high. Your wrist is pointing towards the camera, as it would be with me. Swing it around behind so it tucks into the back of your neck. Okay, so you're just swinging, moving through your wrist, swinging that hoop backwards and forwards. And this is why I'm outside. It just gives me that little bit more reach room. So if you're inside and you've got a fan or something above you, just keep your arm down a little bit further. Let it drop down across your chest. So my arm has now my wrist twisted. So my wrist is now pointing behind. I'm going to let go of my hands now, and it's automatically going to coil. So it hangs off my shoulder, and my hand's going to then come in on this side and release it down and step out. Okay, so again, holding it out to the side, swinging it back in the barn door. Just twist your wrist, release, grab a hold again, bringing it down and stepping out. Okay, again, how are we going? Barn door to the back of your neck. Release, swinging, twist that wrist, release, bring it into catch, and step out. So in real time, it's just going to look like this. So it's quite quick. All right, can I just have a quick look and see how everybody's going? Sorry if that noise is there. I'm going to put some music on soon as well, so we can get into a bit of groove. Excellent, looks good. Well done, Shelley. Awesome. Okay, excellent. Looks like we're getting that one. So again, just barn door into the back of your neck, drop it across your chest while you're twisting your wrist, release, catch, and step out. Okay, from here, this is the tricky one. This is called the escalator. So to get it back up, we're stepping in as we push the hoop to our belly. It's going to do the opposite direction, but we're going to use our opposite hand, depending on which direction you're spinning from, to catch. So it's going to come into your waist. So tap, all right, it's just going to push into your belly. It automatically comes up using your right hand, because I'm right-handed here. Push it into your belly and release. So that's the action that you want. Right, except this leg, which is my left leg, because I'm using my right hand, steps as I go. All right, is everybody okay with that one? It's quite tricky. It's one of the trickiest moves until we get to the isolation at the end. Push, stepping in. Okay, so from the top, back of the neck, drop across your chest, release and step out, push it back in and out. So now the hoop's on the other side. That's one full transition move. From one side, over and down, push and release, out. How are we going? Not too much, is it? Let me know, Brooke, because I can tone it down a little bit, but practice is everything. Once you get the hang of a few of the moves, you can transition smoothly into a flow, and you'll end up picking it up nicely, and you'll just roll with it, and you'll want to learn more and more and more, and then that's when you get right into it and go really quickly with the moves and transition through. So these are just a couple of the basic moves that I'm going to teach you today. So once again, it's barn door to the back of the neck, swinging it across your chest, stepping out. Push into your belly, catch with the opposite hand and flip it over the top and stretch out. So from here we're going to pass behind our back, thumb to thumb, and out to the other side. So we're over this side and, no we're not, we're over, I'm just watching in reverse now. So we're finishing here and we're just passing it behind. So it's a quick swing to the other side. Okay, so thumb to thumb, we're bringing it out to the other side. So there's our transition from this side directly over to the other side. Twist our wrist. Okay, so our knuckles are pointing towards the front. We're going to scoot that across our body as we get to the top right-hand corner, left your side. Twist all the way around. So as I bring my body, my shoulder, following my shoulder, I'm twisting my wrist so it comes back to the knuckles at the top. So starting position is here, across, twist, twist to the top. Swing, twist, twist, across. How's everyone going with that? I hope you can see okay. I can just see it. I've got the photos up the top of everybody that's here. Thank you all for coming in live. Just want to make sure everyone can see that move. Just where my wrist is going. So we're going to speed it up. So it's just a quick spin. Okay. And that goes right through your shoulder. Let me just have a look how everyone's going. Perfect. Excellent, guys. Well done. Well done. So when you're limited with your space, of course, you've just got to bring it down a little bit on the lower side. But if you're outside, really take it in and bring it right up. And nice, strong moves. Awesome. Okay, so here we are. Up. We're going to do this about 3 times. As you come across your body, you're going to hold that arm nice and strong across. And you're just going to give your knuckles a bit of a flick, and that hoop's going to swing the barn door again across your body. And then we're going to isolation it around. When your elbow gets up to the sky, your wrist is in a bit of a knot, so you're going to untwist the wrist so it comes to the top. And your thumbs are up at the top. Then it's an isolation. So then I'm going to get into the isolations. But from this point, I want you to flick that hoop back, draw your hand nice and strong to the bottom, keep it going all the way up, bend that elbow to the sky. Now my wrist is in a knot, twist, and I'm just leaning forward as I do it so the hoop can scoop around to here, bicep curl up. Okay, so back out to the side, barn door across. Keep that arm nice and straight as you drive your hoop. Semicircle to the top. Twist as you lean forward, spinning that hoop and bringing your knuckles facing to the front. So I'm going to do this from the side. Hoops out to the side, barn door across. Draw it down, and this is just so you can see my elbow up. Lean forward. Untwist the hoop to the front and then bring it back up to your face. I know that's a little tricky, guys. My kids actually said, are you going to do an isolation? I said, well, yeah, it's one of the magic tricks. How are you kiddies going on this side? How are you? Can you do the magic isolation trick? Show me. Around. So basically, guys, with the isolation, we're gripping a hold of the hoop. My thumb is like a driving mechanism, pushing it around. So the hoop is just staying still and my arm is doing all of the work all the way around. So you can only drive it to a certain point. Once you get to here, instead of twisting around and untangling yourself, we're actually going to release the hoop, let it roll across your knuckles and grab it on the other side and drive it around again. To here, roll and back. Okay, so kiddies, if you're hooping just around your waist, can you show me if you can do it only if you've got a little hoop around your neck? And mums, just make sure you're close by if they are, just so that you can keep an eye on them. But it just gives them something tricky to do, because all of us now can waist around the waist, hoop around the waist. Okay, and then I'm going to show you something else you might be able to do. If you can do it around your neck, all right, we'll try some other things. Everybody else, though, that's comfortable, get into that isolation practice. You want to get it nice and smooth. So the hoop's just rolling across your hand, catching it, and remembering that your thumb is guiding. So that's where your strength is, and you grip your hoop nice and tight, rolling it across and across. Okay, and once you get really, really comfortable with it, you can start pushing it and speeding it up. And you can go the other direction as well, but it's just a little trickier. Today we're just going to stick with the basic isolation. Okay, so there's so many things you can do with that isolation in transition to all your other moves. And that's just a basic routine that I've put together for you so that you can slowly increase your skill set and then move it into a nice flow for yourself. So I'm just going to put a bit of music on. We're going to go back to the start. We're going to start the moves all the way back through it again. And we'll do it a couple of times until everybody's comfortable, and then we'll put it into a sequence so it's nice and smooth. Okay, everybody starting with their hoop out to the side. Swing it barn door into the back of your neck. Drop it across your body, release, catch with the same hand and step out. Into escalator, we're going to launch that hoop into our belly, catch it with the opposite hand, flip it over, spinning it out to the other side. Here we're just going to pass it behind our back to the other side. And then we're going to twist our wrists so our knuckles are to the front, bringing it across our body, twisting it at the top, across, twist, across, twist. On this one, we're going to hold when we get across our body, swing that barn door. Here we're going to half isolation, but we're going to get in that tangle, untwist ourselves to the front, lifting our hoop back up. Here we're going to do an isolation, or 2 or 3. Whatever you're feeling comfortable with. Once you get to the bottom hole, poke your head through the hoop and you're going to just isolation down your body and step out. So there's your routine. Let's go again from the top. I'm actually going to turn behind. You see how everybody's going, just so you can see it from behind. So hoops out. Going, guys. Okay, let's go again. So just from the start, hoops it out, swing it back into your neck, drop it down and across, push into your belly, flip it out, pass behind, twist, knuckles to the front, big twister at the top, 2 or 3 times, stopping across your body, swing, barn door, twist into your knot, bring it up. It's called the washing machine actually. Isolations, scoop it down your body and pose. Okay, and for the kids, if you're still doing it around your neck, well done. Hopefully you've changed it up a bit. So this time we're going to put our hands nice and straight. Thumb's going to go up, and if you shake hands with somebody, that's exactly what we're going to do with our hoop. We're going to grip it first, use our thumb to give it a push, flick those fingers out, and we're shaking hands with the hoop. If you're inside, just be careful that it doesn't go flying into furniture. So mums, you might want to watch that if they're doing that around their hands. Okay, and you can actually get ready to clap your hands together and hold them. And now you've got 2 hands in there. Okay, and take your first hand out. How's that, guys? Bit tricky. So when we finish this, you can go outside and practice, and then you'll be able to show all your friends what you've been doing. All right. So hopefully that's giving something for the kids to do as well while all the adults are practicing. So swinging it back, across, up and out, pass, across, twist, and big twister at the top. Wash your body, bringing it in, isolation, washing machine up, and then just isolations here. When you're ready to finish, bring it down and pose. All right, so there are your isolations. All right, kids, grab your hoop, 2 hands on either side, and turn to one side. So your hoop's at the side, then turn to the back. Turn to the side again and turn to the front. So this one, you can roll the hoop all the way around your body. you can speed that up, you can flatten it down, and it looks pretty cool if you spin around and lift it up as well. And then back down again. So there's a cool magic trick you can show some friends. Just don't forget you can always do it around your neck. Okay, so for an advanced bit of hooping, if we do have somebody there or anybody that's been using the hula hoop before, a couple of things you can add into just your waisting is your breaks, quite tricky, and then your shoulder hooping, which is even more of a challenge. So I'm not sure if you want to go practicing on that one. It took me a long time when I first started to be able to get that hula hoop going around my chest. It's sort of a rectangle shape, and I'm trying to get a round circular object going around it. So there is a trick to it. So what I want to do is just watch everybody now and see how you're doing with your routine from the top. Just do it one more time, and then I'm going to come over and see how you're all going. So arm out, down to the neck, drop and flip. Push it into the escalator and out. Passing behind your back and up. Turn knuckles to the front, big twist. Crush your body, pausing. Barn door. Go into the washing machine here. Up, isolations to finish. Down. Okay, if I can just pop here and have a little look at see how everybody's going. Well done, guys. I don't want to point out names individually because you all look awesome. I'm seeing some wasting as well. That's great. It's so good to see all the kids having a go. That's excellent, guys. I'd love you to show me some tricks. Awesome. Okay, that's really cool, guys. I'm just having a look. Everyone's doing great. So just keeping in mind that there's so many things that you can do with the hula hoop and incorporate it into your own rhythm and your own routine. And if you've got a bigger sized hoop and you enjoy just hooping with it around your waist, it's a really good way for me. And I just plug in my earphones and get into my own little trance. That sun's getting a little on the hot side. If I switch over here, maybe. Okay. So yeah, excellent. And that's what I do for my fun. That's what I do for my fitness. And yeah, just to find myself. If I find that I'm, you know, not focusing on life itself in general, it's a way for me to be able to connect in a deep level. And I'm loving seeing everybody else out there hooping. I really want to thank you all for coming and spending the time here. So I would love some feedback on just how easy or how hard some of the moves are. I know I may have put a few difficult ones in there, but it's basically so that it's a challenge. We are on Creative Week, so I want your minds to really start thinking about some of the different things that you can incorporate into your hooping now as well. You've all got a hoop, so I'd love to see some posts up and give me some lives of you doing your hoop routine and how well you've come, and any questions you've got, I'm more than happy to answer in a message or comment or anything as well. So thank you. I'm just going to step back and just run through the routine again. I can see all the kids of waist hooping, which is excellent. They really know how to do it, don't they, guys? It makes us look, yeah, puts us to shame sometimes is what a better word. So make sure you're having lots of water, practicing all those different moves all over the body. And then once you've got comfortable with each move and your transition, you can speed it up to whatever song you like and go with the beat. So it's actually then in creation to your own. So just incorporating a couple of the other moves that I showed you, the smear, how you can move around. can use your barn door. You can always go straight back into your isolation from here as well. 2 hands to follow. Each direction you can try. ISO pops are a bit difficult. It's a bit more of a challenge, but once you get comfortable with one, you can always move into other moves. And so kids, I can see that you're doing your jump through the hoop, which is really cool. What I want you to try is turning your hoop to the side and swinging it across your body. So you're all going like this at the moment. Same thing. How about we try and go this way and step through the hoop. So you're going to go around and through. How cool is that? Let me see all the kids trying that one. Jumping through. Excellent, guys. Well done. All right, I might leave it there. I said I was going to do about 40 minutes. Brookie, if I took my music down or off, actually, let's turn it off. If you're still there, Brooke, I think I can see Brax there. Yay. Can I get you to come? Yes.
Yes, honey.
There you go.
Hello.
Thank you.
I've missed the first 20. I've missed about the first 30 minutes because I couldn't get my audio to work on my computer, and Barney was using my phone for school, so I've missed most of it. But yeah. If you want to keep going, keep going. How long has it been?
Oh. Can you do it on your desk?
Yeah. Whatever you want, Jules.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bonnie.
Yeah.
Love to see some more hoops. So yeah, it'd be really cool. How's the kids?
The kids are loving it. Loving it. So even if whatever you want to do, Jules.
All right. Well, how about if you don't mind, and I just keep going through that routine, I would love to set a challenge because everybody else does with their lives, and I want everybody to post their routine live, showing me throughout the week how they're going with it, so that I can actually then correct them or add some things if they're really good at it. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Is everyone else got the moves down pat, or is anyone else really struggling like me just because I came in because I couldn't hear it?
That's silly.
Is anyone else? What's that mean, Jill? That means you're struggling too. Yeah. Yeah. My coordination.
Right. I'm glad I checked in now, because what I'll do is I'll start again, just slowly through each move into the transition. So everybody that was here to start with, it's going to also help you guys again to really get it strong. Okay.
Yes. This one where you go around that looks like magic. How do you do that?
Okay, so that's called an isolation, and I'll show you back in detail with how to actually control that, because it is quite tricky and it's not going to happen straight away. Tilly, I see your hand up.
Yes.
Yes, darling.
Am I unmuted?
Yes.
Hello! How are you?
Hi, I'm well.
I wanted to share from somebody that has no idea how to do this right. Thank you so much for this, because I've been wanting to learn this stuff for so long, and now you've inspired me. But the thing that I'm struggling with, my hoop, I think, is from Kmart, and it's got water in it. So when the momentum of the hoop goes around me, it like it just falls, so I'm not still caught up with where my hands need to be and where the hoop's going to land and how I need to catch. So I'm doing it really slow, like I'm just doing this move until I get it down packed, and then I'm dropping it until I get it down packed, and then that's the only way I can learn, because I can't flow the hoop because it's just flying all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know I'm moving quick. The reason I'm moving quick, I'm combining everything into one time frame, which I was only allowing the 40 minutes because I think with my Zoom it only gives me 40 minutes. So I was really trying to put it in there so that people can watch it back and then redo. Normally when I do my tutorials, I'll do one move. So that barn door swinging behind your neck and dropping down, I wouldn't even introduce the escalator until that's fully down packed. So I'm really throwing in about 5 different moves so we can take this with us and then work with it and put something together on our own. So that's, and I apologize about that because I don't have that time frame to be able to break every single move down, but I will try my best. I'm going to go through it again now, and we'll try and, you know, from the start for people that have missed it from the start, and then we'll go again. And then I'm going to leave you with it so that you can watch the replay, or if you like, I can break down each individual move and post it separately as well. So I'm more than happy to do that.
Up to you. Yeah, no, it looks freaking awesome. I can't wait to master it. That's just what I was struggling with.
Yeah, and absolutely understand. I've been there. It's only because I've been practicing this whole routine to show everybody that it's just, for me, fluent. And that's what I want everybody to eventually be like. So practice, practice, practice. It's all it takes. But yeah, definitely what you're saying though, master every single move first and then move on to the next. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That's okay. I'll start from the top. I'll put a bit of music on again. Have a drink if you've been with me from the start. Okay, so back to basics. I'm going to show you the grip hold. Okay, right or left hand. My thumb is like a guide, so it sits on the inner side of the hoop and fingers are wrapped around. This way, it gives me full control of moving the hoop, whichever way I want it to go. Okay, so that's really important to have a grip hold, and it's actually quite tight, like I'm squeezing the hoop. So you can actually squeeze the hoop and just practice doing this as well. So keeping your elbow locked in nice and tight and drawing it across your body, swinging it backwards and forwards. So that's just a way to be able to gain strength in your arm, because a lot of people that haven't gripped onto a hoop are going to find these muscles quite sore by the end of it. So we want to just relax and repeat. So practicing this one is most important. That's going to build your strength to get into your isolation. Okay, from your strength grip, you can release your fingers and it just falls either side. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm squeezing the hoop here and it's stuck in my hand. I can release it and twist my wrist up. So this is a basic stand pose. Knuckles are facing up on the inside of the hoop grip. It's not going anywhere because I'm actually gripping it quite tight. But if I just release my grip a little bit, that hoop's going to fall. Okay, and that's how we create that barn door. Squeezing and then release. Same as if you're twisting. So knuckles are up, knuckles are down. Again, it takes a lot of strength to hold that hoop and squeezing it nice and tight. Again though, if I release my fingers, it's going to drop. Squeezing it back up, and you can release it down the other side, which is when it comes down over the body. Squeeze that hoop again and twist, we'll bring it back up. So that's just a basic hold of your hoop to start with and bringing it into your basic front pose. And that's always going to give you that movement to be able to frame yourself with the hoop and get you in position to be able to move into other moves more fluid. Okay, so here's our starting position. Okay. So with that grip, you can stretch your arm out and release that hoop a little bit, but keep strength to bring it back in. I know it might feel tricky. Can you still hear okay with that music? So it is quite a challenge because you're building muscle where you probably haven't used muscle before. Don't forget you're twisting. So that's all with gripping the hoop. So the hoop's moving with me. I have control of the hoop doesn't control me. So again, I'm just releasing my grip so it falls and then re-gripping tight when I want it in the position I want it. Releasing and I'm just twisting my wrist because you need a little bit more strength to bring it up. Gripping it again so it's not going anywhere and then releasing it to fall. Gripping and twisting. So even with just that move on its own, you can do a couple of tricky looking things, but really all I'm doing is gripping the hoop, twisting it and pushing it across my body. So you can see my arm going across and across. And then you can do that in reverse. Okay, once you're here, and this one's for the kids as well, this is then releasing it and flicking those fingers out and shaking hands again. Two hands go into a flat position and taking that other hand out. Two hands. Okay, now trust me, your hoop's going to fly off your fingers a couple of times, so you do want to be careful if you've got glass ornaments lying around and the kids are having a play. It is better to be outside if you can be, because again, the exercise is not only for us with just waist hooping and doing a few exercises, the kids absolutely love it and it gets them out and about and they're chasing hoops. You know, you've got the skid across the ground play, you've got heaps of things the kids can do with their hoop as well. So these are just some things that they can get into, and then obviously teaching them how to grip onto their hoop as well. So using two-hand grip, same moves across the body. It's exactly the same as one hand, it's just not going to be as hard to do. So you're just giving that second assistance in lifting. Okay, I hope that all makes sense. So there your barn door flips, and you can do a few different things with that. So it's all about gaining strength in your wrist and the grip that you have. So the first move that we have is arms straight out, gripping it nice and tight. I'm on the outside grip this time. So you've got inside grip, outside grip. Outside grip, you're going to flick that hoop behind you. It's going to come into the back of your neck. Then just release your hand on this side as you twist your wrist down. So my thumb's now pointing down. So thumbs up, now it's down. And then just take your hand straight out and it'll automatically fall. So it's placed on your shoulder. The hand then's going to come back in and guide the hoop down and step out. So that one again. Strong arm, gripping it nice and tight to hold it out. So you want to be nice and strong. Bring that hoop back into your neck. Release. Hoop, my thumb's now down. Release and grab a hold. So it's still attached to my body. and then bring your whole side body out, holding the hoop to the side. And that's where I would stop for one move. So that one move is called your down escalator. And then we'd move on to the next one. So let's go up to the top again, starting from gripping that hoop nice and tight, flinging it back into the back of your neck, pointing your thumb down with your wrist, and then release. Grab that hoop as it comes across your chest and step out. I'm just going to have a quick look-see and see how everybody's going with that. I hope that's made a bit more sense. Release. That's it. Excellent. Very good. Tanya's got it. How you going, Tilly?
Kind of.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so that's simplified a little bit more for everyone. I hope that now. And that's what happens. We would then go away and just practice, practice, practice. So once we get really smooth with that, we transition then into the escalator to bring it back up. So today I'm going to do those two, if that's all right, Brookie, and then I'll have to finish it up there. Otherwise, I think the Zoom's going to finish me up anyway, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so we're up here, bringing it down across our body and stepping out. So from here, we want to get it back over into our left hand for me, or right hand for you if you're using your left hand. So pushing it into our belly button, and my left leg is stepping as I do so. But when I don't step, I just want to show you that move. So it's just pushing it into my belly, and it's really hurting, but it's hitting into my shin. And that's why we want to step so it doesn't hit our shin. Okay, keeping a hold of it is the best way to start this move. Again, it's that twist. So it's really using my grip to bring it out and over my body. And I've got to go the other side, sorry. I've just been, when I'm not doing it fluent myself, I'm getting myself confused. Sorry, we'll start again. So we're down in our stand position, pushing that up. That's where I was. Okay, now your other side hand of whatever side you're on, I'm on my left. So my left hand is going to connect, and now both hands are on the hoop here, against my body, pushing it in. Okay, make sure you're stepping up out of that hoop, taking this hand out to the other side now, flipping it over and out. Okay, so we're just untying ourselves from the top down, both in, flipping it over and out. So if you don't want to start with the top and we're just moving on to the next move, what I'm doing, I'm not sure if I stand back here, so side hoop, stepping in and around, so it's locked in there. Push it in, flip it out. Stepping in. Push, flip, out. Push, flip, and out. From behind. Front again. Push. So putting those two together, barn door to the back of your neck, dropping it down, catching it in your hand. Lift, drop and catch, bring it out. So really open up there, pushing it into your belly. Lift that knee, flip it over and step out to the other side. One more time. Back of the neck, drop across, step into the belly and out. Okay, I'm just going to finish the routine so the ones that came in a bit later can see where we would go from here. Passing behind our back. Again, it's a nice big grip. Leading with the thumb, picking it up with our thumb underneath, thumb to thumb, and out. Once we're across to the top, we're scooping it across our body, keeping our arm nice and straight, really holding onto that hoop tight. Once we get up to the top, we're just going to rotate our wrist to the front and back again. So we're doing a complete rotation of our wrist at the top. So if you can follow my wrist across my body to the top, twist, twist, across. Twist, twist, across. Again, this one's quite tricky if you're inside, so just bringing it down across the front of your body. But when you get the chance to go out, I really want that big stretch up. Twisting. The big rainbow stretch. When you bring it across your body, hold it here. And again, we're going to use a barn door to flip it back across our body. And that's when we're going to do our isolations. And that's going to be the tricky bit. So I explained the isolations a little bit earlier on, so I hope everybody has a bit of a practice with that. And what I'll do is a completely separate isolation tutorial and just put it separately attached into the group so that everyone can have their isolations down pat and putting it all together into that one routine. Woo! Just got to stand on this side, it's a little sunny on the other side. All right guys, so I'm going to stop the recording here.